When the snow piles high against the farmhouse walls and the night air bites through every crack, the Amish do not reach for electric blankets. They reach for something far more powerful, a quilt stitched by hand, layer upon layer, over hundreds of hours. These are not just blankets, they are survival tools, built from wool, cotton, and generations of knowledge. As the rest of the world scrolls through online bedding sales, Amish women are working quietly, turning fabric and faith into warmth. This is the story of how Amish women prepare their special winter quilts, the ones that turn freezing nights into a cocoon of comfort. Planning and summer quilt making for winter doesn't begin with the first frost. It begins in the warmth of June and July, when the women of the community quietly calculate what their families will need for the coming cold season. They decide who requires new bedding and which old quilts can last another year. A queen-sized quilt requires up to 15 yards of fabric, so careful planning is essential. Dark colors, deep navy, burgundy, and black are chosen not for fashion but function, as these shades retain heat better than pale tones. Wool batting becomes the crown jewel of materials, prized for warmth but expensive, costing up to $75 per quilt. To manage expenses, Amish women spend weeks contacting suppliers, bargaining, and often collaborating with neighboring families to secure bulk prices. This foresight reflects both practicality and care, ensuring that no child or elder is left shivering when winter finally arrives. The summer months are not idle. They are the strategic foundation upon which the comfort and safety of winter nights are built. Gathering materials. By late summer, the flurry of preparation intensifies. Fabric isn't simply purchased, it is exchanged, bartered, and repurposed through community fabric swaps. A woman with surplus burgundy may trade it for navy blue, creating a cycle of generosity and obligation that strengthens social bonds. Money rarely changes hands. Instead, trust keeps the system alive. Thread selection is just as deliberate. Amish women prefer cotton-wrapped polyester, strong enough to endure thousands of pulls through thick batting without snapping. Some women go a step further, processing wool from their own sheep to cut costs, washing and carding the fibers by hand. Fabric choices, too, lean toward warmth. Heavy cotton, satin, and flannel, fabrics that trap air and hold heat. Every detail, from thread to batting, is chosen with care. Nothing about these quilts is casual. They are the product of months of deliberate material gathering, where frugality and craftsmanship walk hand in hand. Quilting frame setup. By early fall, preparation shifts from planning to production. This is when quilting frolics, communal gatherings of women, come to life. Winter quilts are too heavy, too demanding, for one pair of hands alone. The quilting frame must be strong, often built by Amish men from hardwood beams with reinforced corners, sturdy enough to hold layers of batting and fabric without buckling. These frames are so durable they often become family heirlooms, passed down for generations. The work begins with 6 to 8 women stretching the backing fabric taut across the frame, layering batting, sometimes 2 or 3 sheets thick, before adding the quilt top. Then comes the tedious task of basting, holding all the layers in place. The density of winter quilts makes this stage exhausting, and many women concede to using safety pins, one of the rare modern conveniences they allow, because basting with needle and thread is simply too difficult. By the time the frame is ready, an entire day may have been spent in preparation, a silent testimony to the magnitude of the task ahead. How winter quilts differ. When the bitter winds of an Amish winter begin to rattle the windows and seep into every crack of the farmhouse, families don't rely on electric blankets or heated mattress pads. Instead, they place their trust in winter quilts, handmade marvels of endurance and tradition that weigh between 8 and 12 pounds. These quilts are not simply heavier, they are engineered with purpose. While a summer quilt might use thinner batting and just 6 stitches per inch, winter quilts double that density, locking insulation in place with 12 or more stitches that run like veins across the surface. This makes the quilt not only warmer, but also more durable against constant use. In bedrooms where the thermometer dips as low as 40 degrees, this difference in construction is life-preserving. The sheer weight of a winter quilt presses it snugly against the body, eliminating those cold air pockets that can mean the difference between comfort and hypothermia. For the Amish, a quilt is not decoration. It is survival, stitched into every inch. Traditional winter patterns. When it comes to quilt design, function outweighs flair. Certain patterns, time-tested by generations, dominate winter quilt making. The log cabin pattern is particularly beloved, with strips of fabric sewn in concentric layers around a center square. This design creates natural loft, trapping heat like tiny pockets of air. Another reliable choice is the double 9 patch, where seams overlap repeatedly, adding bulk and warmth. For those with access to rare large pieces of fabric, whole cloth quilts eliminate pieced seams altogether, forming an uninterrupted barrier against drafts. In contrast, intricate patterns with dozens of tiny seams are avoided because every seam becomes a potential weak point for cold air. These quilts are not intended to dazzle the eye, but to protect the body. In Amish homes, the artistry lies in subtle engineering, patterns that maximize warmth while conserving effort, reflecting a culture that prizes usefulness above ornament. Creating multiple layers. The warmest winter quilts use a technique nearly forgotten outside Amish circles, layering multiple batting sheets. Instead of relying on one ultra-thick piece, quilters stack 2 or 3 thinner sheets, offsetting their edges to prevent alignment. This creates microscopic air chambers that enhance insulation without making the quilt stiff. Flannel backings further add to the warmth, with their brushed texture trapping air and providing a soft surface against the skin. For special occasions, weddings, anniversaries, women sometimes craft double-sided quilts, combining a dark wool blend top for heat absorption with a flannel underside for comfort. These masterpieces can weigh over 15 pounds, requiring 2 people to move them. They are less quilts than heirlooms, monumental gifts of time and labor. And while they are too heavy for frequent washing, families air them on sunny days and wash only in spring, ensuring they last decades. Every layer represents not just insulation, but also the layering of care, ingenuity, and memory. Hand stitching for warmth. The quilting itself is a trial of endurance. Each stitch must pierce thick layers of batting and fabric, and the stitching is packed densely, up to 14 stitches per inch, to prevent shifting and cold spots. The work is relentless. Fingers develop calluses, hands cramp, and fatigue sets in quickly. That's why women rotate, taking turns at the frame to maintain consistency and quality. Unlike decorative quilts, winter quilts favor functional stitch patterns, parallel lines, diagonal grids, or simple cross hatches. These compress the batting evenly, locking in warmth more effectively than ornate flourishes. Completing a queen-sized winter quilt demands 400 to 600 hours of labor. When tackled communally, a frolic might finish 1 quilt in a week, but for a woman working alone in the evenings, the project could stretch to 4 months. Each stitch is both a physical challenge and a quiet act of devotion, woven into the fabric of survival. Special features for winter. Winter quilts incorporate clever features that summer quilts never require. They are made several inches longer to cover curled bodies completely, preventing exposed feet or backs. Many have tuck-in flaps along the sides, designed to seal against the mattress, trapping body heat and preventing cold drafts. Some are weighted in the corners with small pouches of beans or sand, ensuring that their sheer heft doesn't cause them to slip off during the night. Perhaps the most thoughtful addition is the pillow flap, an extra fold of fabric that tucks over the pillow like a hood, keeping heads and necks warm in rooms where frost creeps across the glass. These touches reveal the ingenuity of Amish women, who design with precision born of necessity. Every added inch of fabric, every hidden weight, is a safeguard against the relentless cold, ensuring uninterrupted sleep in homes where warmth must be earned, not bought. Storage and rotation. When spring finally arrives, the heavy quilts are not simply shoved into closets. Their care is meticulous. Families air them outdoors on breezy days, letting the sun drive out moisture and odors. Most are stored in cedar chests or cedar-lined closets, natural moth repellents that avoid the chemicals Amish families shun. Washing is controversial, given how difficult it is to fully dry the massive quilts without damaging them. Many prefer spot cleaning and rely on regular airing instead. To extend their lifespan, families rotate quilts throughout the season, ensuring no single one wears out prematurely. With this care, winter quilts can last 20 to 30 years, sometimes longer. A grandmother's quilt may one day cover her granddaughter's family, carrying warmth across generations. Each patch, repair, and stitch tells a story, making the quilt not just a functional object, but a living record of love and continuity within the Amish household. Family priority system distribution of quilts within Amish families follows a quiet but clear hierarchy rooted in care. Elders are given the heaviest quilts first, particularly those living in dowdy houses, the small side dwellings for grandparents that are often the coldest. Their diminished ability to regulate body temperature makes their needs the most urgent. Children receive their own scaled-down versions, crafted with the same dense stitching and batting as adult quilts, because little ones cannot always communicate discomfort or danger. Teen boys, known for rough handling, get sturdier, less decorative quilts they can carry to barns during chores or even sleep under while tending animals on cold nights. Brides, too, are honored, often gifted 3 to 5 quilts at marriage, with at least one heavy winter quilt symbolizing her family's blessing. Even guest rooms are stocked with quilts because hospitality is central to Amish life. In this system, quilts become more than bedding. They embody care, respect, and duty across generations. Each stitch tells a story of hands that worked through aching joints, of communities that came together in barns and kitchens, of mothers and grandmothers who measured warmth not in degrees, but in love. These quilts don't hum with electricity. They radiate the strength of a people who thrive without it. Passed down through generations, a single quilt may warm more than a body. It warms a legacy. In the Amish way, survival isn't about technology or convenience. It's about skill, patience, and heart sewn into every thread.